Oh, there we go. All right, there we go. It's about time. Good grief. Good connection. Oh, 2 concurrent viewers. Well, hello. I didn't know anybody was even watching. That was weird. Who is out there? 1 viewer. Who might you be? 4 viewers. Holy smokes, somebody say something, for crying out loud. Pete's Little Homestead. What's going on, brother? Man, all these... Nobody was saying anything. Essential Mountain. What's happening, Mr. Pilch? JNC's Oregon Homestead. Hey, what's going on, fellas? Ladies and germs? Thanks for stopping in, guys. Yeah, you know what? I actually made it to I actually made my view time before I made my subscribers. I was at 4,200 hours of watch time before I even made it to 1,000 subscribers. So thanks to you guys and you guys networking and passing the word around. What's going on, Nathan? How you doing, brother? Thanks for popping in. So cool. I got some old hands, some old YouTube hands in here between you, Josh, and Nathan. I was trying to go live from my phone, and I have the latest. All my apps on my phone are updated. I even reset my phone and everything, and it keeps telling me that I can't go live from my phone, that I don't meet the community guidelines. But I have 1,010 subscribers actually, and then so I'm trying to do it right now. But it says right now, my channel does not meet our updated eligibility requirements for mobile. You can still stream. So it says to go back and verify my account. Hey, Gil, what's going on? In California Survival, what's going on? Thanks, man. You need 45 more. Oh, yeah, Nathan, you're like right there. You're right there. It's crazy. You know, and mine kind of bumped around. You know, I go down, I go 999 and 1,000, 1,001. It bumped around for about 4 or 5 days, but now it's been steadily staying above 1,000. So I applied for monetization, and I didn't do it till I had some time on Thanksgiving Day, and they approved it. I'm already approved for monetization, so I'm looking forward to those, you know, $1 a month or so, whatever that is. Josh, if you wouldn't mind, I know you're like at what, 30,000 subs or something, or you're getting up there. You're one of the big dogs in the house right now. So what do you where did you start seeing, you know, more than say $50 a month? How many subscribers did you have to have before you started doing beers are on me? Jeremy says, what's going on? I got a message from Living the Dream Homestead, my brother from another mother. Mr. Pilch is in the house. Who else we got in here? Homestead Humor. Hey, thanks for popping in. So we're all going back to work tomorrow, right? Yeah, we had 4 days off. Everybody had to basically revolt on the job site because they wanted everybody to work on Saturday after Thanksgiving, and nobody wanted to work Saturday, so everybody revolted. $1 a month. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, some of these people are like, yeah, we get, you know, pocket change, you know, and they have, you know, 10, 20,000 subscribers, and I think, well, gosh, is it really worth it? I mean, how do you start making any money on YouTube if you can't, you know, get more people to watch? Or, I mean, what's the trick? So I guess that you have to just keep doing it, and after a while, you know, after you're on for a long time, then you start making money, I guess. But you look at guys like Red Poppy Ranch, you know, Josh Pilch, you know what, you know how many subscribers that guy has. He's, you know, what is he, 200,000 or something by now? I have to look up Red Poppy Ranch, see where he's at. Oh, yeah, I just got his notification. I like to watch some of his stuff. Not all of it, but I love the way he tells a story. I'd love to be able to tell a story like he does. But sometimes I've listened to some of his stuff, and it actually downright moves me to tears. The way he tells his stories, he's so genuine and transparent. You know. Oh, he's not popping up. Doggone it. Maybe I need to go to my subscriptions page. That's probably what it is. Where did he go? Red Poppy Ranch. Where did you go? I'm trying to figure out how many subscribers he has. Well, anyway, we all know who some of the big channels out there, like Pure Living for Life. I mean, those guys have like 350, 400,000 subscribers, but they are masters at the game, man. They are social media monsters on Facebook and leveraging all those, social media accounts and doing their sponsorships and all that stuff. And somebody told me. A little birdie said they were doing probably averaging 15 to 20 grand a month with all the stuff that they do. But it's a full-time job on top of what they're doing. So anyway, that'll be fun. If we make a couple bucks doing it, it'll be fun as the journey takes off. So let's see here. Where do we go? I want to make sure I don't... Wow, Gil, you started your 1,000 subscriber giveaway with 10 place prizes. Holy smokes. Wow. What's going on, Butch? Sand Hollow Homestead. 2 to 3 a day and lose 2. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Hey, Amy, what's going on? Got the Broussards are in the house. You know what? California survival, that's a great question. Yeah, guys, ask me questions. Have a little conversation tonight. Gosh, we got 11 people in the house. I didn't expect anybody to pop in. I thought I'd just have a couple people pop in and say hi. You know what? The live streams... You know what, California survival, what probably increased my subscriptions was actually being involved in all of these other people's live streams. Honestly, that's where I've gotten my most subscriptions, is from just being part of the community and being a positive, commenter on other people's videos and interacting. The Broussards, I have to thank Amy and Brett and those guys and that whole East Coast, Midwest, Southeast crew over there. Samson Farms is over there. All you guys are awesome, and I've gotten to know you guys through your live streams, having great conversations. I have Brett's phone number. We've gotten to be friends on the phone, and Amy and their family. So that's where I've gotten my most subscribers, is participating with the community and networking with people and sharing ideas But you know what? Being real about it, that's really where it is. And you really kind of start to pick up on that when you start talking to people on a one-on-one basis on the phone. You know what I mean? You can tell where people are really coming from, whether they're real or not. I got Dave in here from Imaginacre Wood. Hey, thanks. Thanks, Dave. You are awesome. That's awesome. Imaginacre Wood. If you guys like yaks, go check out Dave at Imaginacre Wood. They are a fantastic family up there, and another one of our Idaho friends. So... Anyway, he's at 202. Thanks, Gil. 202,000. So we got a little bit of a delay here. Looks like about a 30-second delay here between what I'm saying and what you guys are seeing and responding to. So that's a good question, California Survival. You know what? I honestly don't know that because I'm just starting out. I've worked really hard. It's taken me, it's been 11 months. I started my first serious actual YouTube video in the beginning of this year. So I'd say it's been pretty fast. My first YouTube video was like 7-8 years ago, and I had put up a video on macadamia nuts and a cracker that I bought, and that thing had 45,000 views. It was insane. I had a whole bunch of watching, but that was 7-8 years ago, and that was before I even really knew what YouTube was all about. I thought it was just kind of a hobby thing. I never thought about people making money because I was, I'm not geeky. All of you are geeks with me now. So I didn't really look at it as a money-making thing. I just looked at it as a fun thing, as people that don't have extra time to do. And so I didn't think nothing of it. So this year I've just started. What's going on, Brett? What's going on, brother? You in the firehouse tonight, Brett? You working? So the gun thing. You know what? I don't know. You'd have to get on some of those live streams or reach out to those channels that do gun reviews. Those are the channel guys that would know the answer to that question, because I don't know at least the channels that are big enough to be monetized. I don't know if they take away monetization for reviewing guns. Now, I can tell you that Josh at Stony Ridge Farmer, some of those big channels, as a matter of fact, Cody at Wrangler Star, I know everybody knows who those guys are, right? Like Josh, especially, he had done a video about going hunting, and he was talking about his tool. I forget what he said. He said some sort of a tool or some sort of a whatever it was, and he flashed the camera down to the back of his truck, and it showed his AR-15 sitting there, and he flashed away, but he did not say it, and he didn't mention it by name, because as we all know, Stony Ridge Farmer is a huge channel, and he makes probably good money on YouTube. Did not want to take a chance of being demonetized. So Wrangler Star is the same way. He's actually talked about being demonetized and talking about guns, and he's actually gone to these survivalist first shooter, live shooter gun practices with his wife, and he was complaining he was getting demonetized for some of that stuff. So you're going to have to tread really lightly with this politically charged climate with guns. COPPA, a lot of you guys have smaller kids. You got to make sure that you're not going to direct your content towards children under 13. I mean, there's just so many rules that we all have to follow. So hey, Big Dreams Homestead, thanks for popping in. Let's see. So what I discovered tonight, guys, is I just happened to pop on. I was going to start doing a video. I was redoing my macadamia nut and doing a new video on my macadamia nut cracker and all the little antique ones and all the cool custom nut crackers that I have acquired over the years, and talk about my tree and all this stuff, and show you guys how to crack macadamia nuts and stuff. And I'm mentioning bringing a macadamia nut tree with me to Idaho and putting it in a Wallapini greenhouse, because I love that tree. Anyway, that was part of the whole video series tonight. So I came in here to start working on the video, and I was just playing around, and I saw the notification says I've been approved for monetization. I'm like, oh wow, I only did it Thursday, and it says that it usually takes about a month. So you guys got me. I know you guys are the big dogs out there. Josh, Mr. Pilch, did you answer any of my questions? Thank you, Kathy. Kathy's in the house. North Star Prepsteader. Let's see here. Where did you go? Sampson Farms? Mr. Pilch, did you already go? Did he take off already? Essential Mountain, where did he go? I think he probably already took off for that. He's probably just popped in for a minute. Mr. Pilch would probably know, because I know I believe he's monetized, but anyway. Right, yeah, exactly, Gil. Yeah, they don't want all these politically correct advertisers don't want their stuff put on gun channels, so yeah. You know what, Dave? That's funny that you said that. Hey, let's have a chat about that, guys. You guys are already all over it. You guys know what's going on. So, how many of you guys have downloaded the new MeWe app, which is the Facebook alternative? I have it. I've got Michael from. I don't know if Michael's going to pop in here tonight. He's over there in Missouri. Michael, you guys all know Michael. Mike from. I don't have my list. Forgive me, guys. I'm sorry. Gosh darn it. Anyway, he's got on the MeWe app, and we've been chatting back and forth on that. But doesn't seem to be taking off. And then we have BitChute. Of course, we have Patreon. I haven't done it. I have a Patreon account, but I have no idea how to really use it yet. I'm so far behind the curve, guys, on this stuff. But BitChute, that was a big deal. Cody from Wrangler Star was all hot and bothered to do that a while back. He was so mad at YouTube, and he's like, "Let's all go to BitChute." So I downloaded it and checked it out, and there's definitely some interesting stuff on there, but there's no way to get monetization. So you know what? The money rules, right? So, yeah, I'm right. Big Dreams. You have MeWe. You've got BitChute. Who said Tim? Who said Tim? Yeah, right on, California Survival. Hey, yeah, check out all these. Tim Fergal. Oh, there you are, Tim. Hey, thanks for popping in. BitChute is a YouTube clone, basically, and I think it's a little hard to work around. YouTube works really hard to make it user friendly, and so BitChute seems to be a little bit behind the ball, but of course they're working hard on it. And then we have MeWe, and then there was another. It seemed like there was another one. A lot of these channels that I've been kind of watching a little bit have been talking about a couple different other apps out there, or at least they're trying to direct people to their own websites. The only problem with your own website is that most of them are becoming subscription based, like Lisa Haven. You guys probably have seen Lisa Haven pop up. She's a conservative Christian lady that's really into the end time stuff and the politics and world government and prepping and all. There went the better half. She went flying by. Gun streamers, interesting. Oh, really, Dave? Okay. No reason not to be on BitChute. Okay. Yeah, you're right, Kathy. The FTC regulations are going to hit all of them. Yeah. YouTube's just the big dog in the. Michael, thank you, Nathan. Yes, Michael, Wildcat Hollow Farm. Yeah, he's on MeWe as well. Right on. Okay, Dave. Yeah, BitChute's got a big update coming. That's cool. Hey, thanks, Tim, for popping in, dude. Yeah, 1,000, and it's solid. It's a solid 1,000. I'm at 1,010 actually right now. It seems like once I hit 1,000 and stayed at like 101, 102, and all of a sudden I got like 8 more today. I had no idea. So, let's see. Very cool, California Survival. Right on. Yeah, I've been watching your stuff here and there. You guys are out there in the desert, I think, right? Yeah, the snow out here has been insane. So I remember it seems like about a 10-year cycle. Don't they say that the weather goes in cycles? Yeah, I remember about 10 years ago, 2010, I was working up in Big Bear, and we had 5 feet of snow in 3 days. The whole town was shut down. And now all of a sudden they got three feet over Thanksgiving again, and 10 years later, and people couldn't get in and out of the town. It was completely shut down. We had friends that had rented a cabin up there. Couldn't get into the town for 2 days, so it's still pretty bad. But anyway, so yeah, back to the social media stuff, guys. We have the MeWe, we have the BitChute, Patreon. I don't know. Does anybody use Patreon? Does anybody do Patreon? I mean, I understand that it's people paying you for your videos, and you can pay for whatever you want. I mean, it's a Wild West. As far as I know, it's a Wild West. There's no restrictions within reason, like they don't allow pedophilia on there. They don't allow murders or assaults or violence. But I think that's about it, right? I mean, but you got to pay for each video. You got to pay for the channels. So I don't know how to do Patreon. I don't know that I know that like Red Poppy Ranch, he says if you guys go to Red Poppy Ranch on Patreon. There's some guy, there's some troll that has gone on and put on like 50 comments on his Patreon account, and Heath has said, Patreon's not for us, we're not going to do it, and that's his blurb on his little banner for Red Poppy Ranch. And then some guy went all these comments talking trash about Heath and his whole history and all that stuff. So that's kind of fascinating. I don't know that you can control the trolls on something like that if they're paying for what they're seeing, but. Anyway, yeah, Gil, I think you're right. I think, there's one channel that's doing that. I think the same thing, but she's actually going to her own channel and having people subscribe to it. So, anyway, yeah, right, Kathy. I know it. 11-year cycle. Yep, California Survival's got some good stuff. Hey, California Survival, I left a comment on a couple of your videos, and I was asking you if you were watching Jim at the Green Dream Machine. Those guys are really cool. He's got a neat thing going on. And also Handyman. Handy is Handee man. He's an electrician, and he's out there in the desert as well. Those guys are trying to change the desert into an oasis. So you're doing the same thing out there. But I remember your stuff, California. You've got that old house that was abandoned, and you're trying to fix the thing up and convert it. So that's going to be interesting. You're going to try and do. Yeah, that's right. California survival. You're on the backside of Big Bear. That's right. Now I remember. My friend, our family tried to go up the backside to get through Big Bear on Friday, and there was an overturned semi on the 18 on the backside, so he couldn't get up the backside on Friday either. So the front side was completely still shut down on Friday. But anyway, yeah, I know exactly where you're at. You're up there in where we used to go riding all the time. So anyway, if you guys have any ideas on how to get the mobile, any of you guys do mobile live streaming? Any of you guys that are over 1,000? Dave, are you guys? You guys are over 1,000. You guys are almost. You got 2,000 almost. Let's see. Anybody here? Yeah, you know what, California, you're really doing pretty good. I like your videos. You're actually doing pretty darn good. I'm interested to see what you do with that piece of property. How much did you pay for that? Did you tell me? I don't remember if you said how much you paid for it, but anyway, if any of you guys use your phone for doing live video, I think that would be really, really cool. I know that the Broussards have done it out in their that yard, but they didn't have very good reception out there, so I know it was really hard for them to do. Gun streamers. I gotta write that down. That was Amy. I gotta write that down. Gun streamers. So as far as we know right now, YouTube is the only one that you can actually make money on. So if you're gonna put a lot of effort in, I don't know how much effort it takes to actually download your videos onto other channels, like onto BitChute or other platforms like BitChute. Or Patreon. I haven't even done that yet, and I need to start practicing that. So just to get around. Let's see here. So you can link to YouTube, Dave. That's what you were saying, and your videos auto load. Okay, so it's automatically loaded up there. All right, I got to look into that. Thanks for that, Dave. I'm gonna check that out. Yeah, Kathy, you've got lots of subs. Yeah, I know what you're saying, Dave. Yeah, I know. Oh, wow, $400 a month for 5 years. That's crazy. So it's only a 5-year, it's almost like buying a car. That's really cool. So, yeah, you guys, everybody go check out California Survival. He's kind of a new guy on the block, I think. He just started doing videos. At least he came up in my suggested feed a while back. Probably because I was watching Jim at the Big Green Dream Project and Handyman, but the California thing too. So he popped up and I started watching some of his videos. It's good stuff. So go give him some love over there, you guys. Help him. He's a youngster, so I can say that because I'm getting older. So anyway, well, thanks guys. You know what? I owe you guys. All of you guys are my regulars, as I am a regular in your guys' live streams and watching your videos and your content in your channels. And you guys know how it is. That who was it that was asking me that question earlier? That you were asking who? Oh, TNS Dogs and Dragonflies Farm. Hey, sorry I didn't see you. Sorry about that. Was it Big Dreams? Who was it was asking about who gets your how do you get your most of your subscribers? Well, I don't know who asked that question, but getting to know other people in the community. Yep, exactly, Amy. So I bet you guys, I know it's late. You guys, I started this late because I was just messing around. So I apologize if you guys are out there on the East Coast and you're staying up. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. But somebody had asked that question about, hey, Olivia. Olivia. Dave said thank you so much for the package. Yeah, they got it. So I thought I told you. I thought you heard me say something. Anyway, sorry, Dave. I just told Olivia you said thank you. So there you go. California Survival. You're the one that asked the question. You asked if live streams have increased my subscribers. You know what? I'm gonna say like right now because I was doing regular live streams every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Pacific time on the West Coast. And I'd been doing them since I don't know, May or June or something. I started doing them, and I had to go. I had to kind of stop for a couple of months because I've been working 80 hours a week, and it was getting to be too much. So I had to stop for a little bit. And in spite of those, that's been the last 2 months. And so in spite of that, you get a couple of subscribers from a live stream because there's going to be people, especially in other countries, that cruise around and they get they get a notification for live streams. You can actually search live streams on YouTube, and it'll show you all the current live streams that are happening anywhere around the world for the most part. And so you'll get a few people that pop in that way. But honestly, the best way that I have gotten subscribers is being a part of this community. I keep talking about Dave here, and then the Broussards and Kathy at North. So you can see that they got the ranch. Gil, Cam Patton Family Compound, he's up there in Idaho. These are all people that I've met in these chats, and we all talk on the phone now. This last summertime, we went up to Idaho to our place. We have a place up there. And we did a YouTube creator a meetup, basically. And we gave away prizes. It was a huge success. If you're interested, you can go back in my video archive in a live streams. You can see what the YouTube, what the creator meetup, what it looked like, just to have a bunch of YouTube channels. And we actually had 16 channels, and I think we had 14 actually show up. And out of those, 3 or 4 of those channels have become very good friends. I've become very good friends with a couple of them already. One of them is, and if I'd have known Gil was that, he's down south though. But if I'd have known Gil, I'd have invited him to come up there too. But Dave Reese and his lovely family from Imaginacre Wood. So that really is the best way to make friends, reach out in community. But you gotta, and it's interesting. I was kind of off the live stream and not being in other people's live streams for a couple of months when this work was hell. And I actually had people emailing me and commenting on some of my videos, and I had a couple people text me and like, "Hey, dude, you okay? Where you at? What's going on?" You know. And so that was amazing. That the people that really matter, that are good, genuine people, the good, caring people, the ones that are going to reach out, and they're going to continue to reach out. So being part of this community is really about participating and contributing. When you see that, when you go into people's live streams, like how many guys are going to probably subscribe to you tonight just because you popped into my live stream? I bet you're going to get a couple just from coming in here tonight and participating. And it takes participation. You get the guys that are, the lurkers that just like to pop in and watch and listen and don't say anything. That's cool if that's your thing. But if you want to grow your channel and you want to be, I became part of YouTube because I wanted to learn. I needed to learn how to fix my truck and rebuild my engine. I went to YouTube and checked it out, and that was how I started learning, and then realizing these people are real. These people actually have a community, and it's like a family on here, and depending on what your niche is. Okay, so if you're a street racer, you're gonna reach out to other street racers. You're gonna make friends. You're gonna meet up and you can do things. These are all survivalists, preppers, homesteaders doing what you're doing out there in the desert. We're all doing the same things, just in a little bit different areas, but it's a whole community across this whole country. So that's the best way, is what I would say, is if you really want to grow your channel, just be a regular, and be a positive participant and contributor to all this stuff, and you'll see your channel grow. And that's how. So that's why I have to thank these people, all of you guys. Pete's Little Homestead. I know, Pete. It's only 10:53. Oh, wait a minute. It's 7:53. What are you talking about? You're back in. You're back there a ways. You know what, Kathy? Maybe. Kathy was another wonderful one. She reached out to me, and I messaged her back. I'm pretty sure you got my email back. I thanked you for that. She was concerned, and she was very kind, what she said. So anyway, it's all part of community, bud. Let's see here. Yes, you're right, Gil. You can look at your subs. Are you going to say hi? No? So what?
Gosh, honey.
So what? There's a better half.
Hello, everyone. Oh, yeah, my better half.
She's about ready to go to bed. It's been a long couple of weeks for her. So my son, I don't know, a lot of you guys have been following along. My son had his knee surgery and he's doing really, really well. And so Mama doesn't have to take care of him anymore, huh?
Sadly, I have to go back to work tomorrow.
She has to go back to work now. She took a couple of weeks off, so it was nice.
3.
Well, that was part of Thanksgiving, though.
I know, but still 3 weeks.
She had 3 weeks off. That's okay. The sooner you go back to work, the sooner we get to Idaho.
Oh, gosh.
Just kidding.
Sure.
All right. What were we talking about? Squirrel. You distracted me. Sorry. Oh, let's see. TNS Dogs and Dragonflies Farm. I gotta go. I don't know if I'm subscribed to your channel or not. So you're a new guy in here tonight. Yeah, you know what? Big dreams. You're right. We absolutely have made some really awesome friends in this community. So let's see here. And yes, we learn stuff every day. You were an extra in a Hollywood movie. Cool. You're a shipping person and an airport grounds. That's cool. Yeah. Put out a little video about that. That'll be kind of fun. California Survival. My kids were we were extras in movies as well for a while. They were doing the movie thing. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Yeah, you know what, Tim? There's a lot of that stuff. Okay, cool. You got my email. Yeah, a lot of stuff. Tim is fantastic. Is that how you test that your voltage is on, that your breakers are working, Tim? Yeah, I got a funny story about that. I had done some new siding on my work shed out in the back and put in new window and all this stuff, and I had to disconnect it with one of the outlets. I shut the breaker off, and but it shut the breaker off for all the outlets in there, and so I needed some power. I went to turn the breaker back on just for the one time, and the wires are just kind of sitting there. I had cut them off trim with the insulation on them, so they weren't sticking out. But if I was to touch the end, well, sure enough, I went over there to do something, and of course I touched the end of it and got a nice little 110 volt jolt, and I let out a little yelp, and then Olivia's like, "What are you doing? Are you okay? What happened?" I'm like, I forgot to turn the breaker back off. Anyway, it can kill you. So, anyway, let's see here. I want to make sure I don't miss anybody's comments here. Touch them to your tongue, Gil. That's the way Gil does it. Gil's hardcore, Tim. So, well, that's really cool, California Survival. Adelanto Airport. That'll be cool. Yeah, let us know when that comes out. So, you got my email address. You can find my email address on my channel. So, thanks for the tip. Yeah, no pun intended. Hey, the Tinkerer's wife. Hey, thanks for popping in. Very, very cool. Another part of the homesteading community, YouTube channel creators. I love it. This is so good. So much good stuff out there. So, anybody know how to use the mobile? Anybody got some hints on how to get the mobile live stream going? Because that's what I want to do, is actually go live from my phone tonight. But it says I can't do it. Anybody got any tips on that? So I'm trying to go live, and it just keeps telling me that my channel doesn't meet the updated eligibility requirements. So it says that my channel is already verified, and so maybe I have to email YouTube and ask them what's going on. I'm not sure how that works. Oh, we got a whole bunch of guys watching Dave and his wife, Dave the Norseman. He's in his workshop tonight with his pretty wife and everybody. She's over there too. Dave the Norseman's good stuff, guys. We got 15 people watching him. So, I don't know how to do this. Doggone it. Yeah, right? I think so. Yeah, Dave. So, you guys finally got some snow up there. I know that September snow was crazy. That last week, we had some big rain down here. We had huge snow here, Dave, which was really bizarre because I was watching some of you guys up there, and you guys still didn't have any snow up there in Idaho, and yet we got 3 feet in the local mountains. We're an hour and a half away from Big Bear, 3 feet, shut the town down. Nobody could get up and down the mountain for 2 days. We had friends that were supposed to have their cabin up there, and they couldn't get up there. So yeah, you guys are finally supposed to get a bunch of it. That's cool. Yeah, all of that global warming. Okay, cool. Thank you, Amy. And you're still here. Bless your. No, I can't say that. That's a Southern insult. Thank you very much. You are a sweetheart. I almost said the wrong thing to a Southerner. That's Oh, okay, cool. All right, Amy. That's a good little hint. That was what I was looking for. Sometimes it takes a little while. But it says that if you don't have the latest, I tried to actually delete the app, but I can't delete it off the phone. It was really weird. I said disable or enable, so that was really bizarre. As if I guess the new Android operating system, YouTube is part of it now. So whatever. So I'll have to maybe try and maybe message them or something, because it was saying that it's going to ask you when you download the app or you download the latest app, it'll ask you for your phone number to verify, and then it'll ask you if it can have access to your video and your pictures and your mic and all that stuff. And I could never find where to do that. So I guess I got to play with the settings on my phone a little bit more or something. So anyway, I caught it. I caught myself. I would never ever say something like that to you. Mrs. Broussard is a wonderful, wonderful channel creator here. Love you guys. Love your channel. Love your witness and your testimony. I love it. Oh no, I disagree. I'm going to disagree, Kathy. I don't think it matters how you say it, because if you say it, you said it. No matter. Oh, bless your heart. You know, I think that the more drippy and nice you say it, the more sarcastic and the more it means an insult. That's kind of my impression I get. So I love it when they start laughing about it, and they just let it rip, and it just it's hilarious. Anyway, yeah, you know what? Oh, here we go, Dave. You just had to go and change the subject, for crying out loud. You had to start talking about fishing, for crying out loud. I haven't gone fishing much, hardly at all year. I've been too busy. Your wife got caught. Oh, wow. Oh, holy smokes. So we have a casualty of the winter storm that hit us over here. So Gil's wife was heading up to Idaho for the week, right, or for Thanksgiving. She was going to be up, and she was going to come back. That's right. She was on her way back to California because of Donner Pass and then back to Reno. That's right. She was on her way back to California, right? 21 degrees. I love it. That's fantastic. Update my settings in my phone. Well, you know, Amy, that's funny that you said that. I thought so too. I actually applied for monetization. I think I said that before you popped in. I applied for monetization on Thursday, and it just said I'm monetized. I just went through and monetized a couple of my videos tonight. So I'll be interested to see. I'll have to have my wife or have Olivia or somebody go watch one of my videos and see if they put any ads in there or not. Yeah, California Survival. That's. I mean, you can do it, but you're not going to be able to monetize those. Hey, Mimsy's Garden. How are you? Anna's in the house. How are you? Thanks for popping in. I know it's late out there. I should have watched you guys' service. We stayed home today. We had a bunch of stuff, and the kids were both sick. They both had like a 24-hour flu, we think, last night. So they were up all night. Coming out one end or the other. I'll tell you what, it was horrible.
Yes. I went onto your YouTube, and there was a 5-second ad before it went to live.
No way. Are you serious? Wow.
Seriously.
Okay. Well, I enabled monetization. How many of you guys had to watch a 5-second ad before I went live?
Well, I mean, you could.
Olivia said she had to watch a 5-second ad.
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
I'm like, oh my gosh. And then
What was the ad for?
I forget. I even showed the name.
Nair for hair color for men. You know, maybe Maybe something like that. That's funny. Well, that's interesting. So we'll see how it goes. So that was what I was saying, Amy. Is I already got monetized within 4 days. So I was kind of curious. So maybe you're saying the mobile side of it takes a while. Is that what you're referring to? Oh, okay. So Kathy, you're good. You know what, Kathy? That's great. I'm gonna go ahead and just stay way the heck away from that, and only use that phrase when I really intend to kindly and sweetly insult them without them knowing. So I'm not going to ever say that to any of my Southern friends, anybody down there that knows what that means, in case they get the wrong impression from me. I certainly don't want to say it to somebody that doesn't know me, a Southerner that doesn't know me, and get myself in a whole bunch of trouble. Oh, okay, you took a siesta. Okay, well, I'm glad you didn't. I didn't pop in then. All right. Yeah, already making money. We'll see how many. It's something like for every 1,000 times they run an ad on your videos, it's you get $3 or something. So I'm a long ways from a penny, I think. So, did you really, Dave? That's interesting. Okay, huh? Oh, no way. Big dreams. Interesting. Huh. Yeah, California. I've watched a ton of magnet fishing. I love that stuff. Hey, there was a big news article here in California about a guy somewhere up there in the desert or somewhere was magnet fishing and pulled up a grenade, an old World War II grenade. So 25 degrees up in Idaho. I can't wait. You skipped an ad? Aw. Go back and watch it. I need to make money. Just kidding. I don't know that it's going to be... I'm not really excited to actually put ads in my videos because I like you guys watching them. I like to watch your guys. Well, I have YouTube Premium, and I know. And what I thought when I first bought Premium was that anybody that's monetized on their ads, Chris from Single Dad Homestead told me this. That in actuality, if you have Premium, they don't make any money. I don't have to watch any ads, and they don't make any money, that kind of sucks. I thought somebody else had told me that if as a Premium member, I watch your videos, and your videos are monetized, you actually get a little bit more for a premium member watching your videos. But I don't know what the truth is on that. So, interesting. Okay, cool. I'll wait for that, Amy, and see how it... Yeah, right, Tim. You know what? Whoa, Gil. Holy smokes. So Gil over here, guys, at Camp Fenton, he is screaming for everybody to go watch his videos and get involved. So he is going to be giving away a grand prize valued at over $450. Holy smokes. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, well, I'm going to have to go throw my name in. You know what? I generally don't participate in any of you guys' giveaways and your subscriber giveaways and all that kind of stuff. As much as fun as it would be, and I would love to win something from one of you guys, I personally try to leave that for your new subscribers and your new viewers. And I know that's a way for people to drive people to your channel. So I'm already watching all of you guys and watching your channels. So I don't feel like you already got my attention. I don't need to. What? Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. Thank you, Joy. I am embarrassed now. I think I might just go turn that off because that's actually embarrassing. Why in the world? That's hilarious. Dave, don't you dare to give me a super chat. That's so funny. Thank you, Joy. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Amy. Oh my gosh. You guys are going to make me cry. No, I'm not going to cry. That is just way too hilarious. Talk about a squirrel. What was I talking about? I was talking to you, California Survival. Doggone it. You had to watch a commercial too, Gil. All right. Pete, thanks for popping in, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, brother. We'll see you on the next one, man. Let's see. Okay, so Nathan, you said if I had premium and your watchers had premium, you get paid from a premium pool to... Oh, okay, that's a new one. I have not heard that before. Thank you, Ann. Thank you. You were canning apples. Yep. You know what? What I was doing tonight, and the only reason I'm actually live tonight, I was actually doing that, redoing my macadamia nut cracker video, and I was adding a whole bunch of more stuff into it, because that was the video that started this whole thing for me. 45,000 views on that first 7-8 years ago. So I was coming in to mess around with it and to start maybe trying to download this video, and I popped in there and I got the message saying I was approved for monetization already. That was only 4 days. So I'm like, well, that's kind of cool. So I went in there to change a bunch of stuff and try it out, and I can't believe you guys are already giving me super chats. Now I got to return the favor. How many of you guys, have given super chats and then you get them right back? So I'm going to go back and have to do it back to you. That cracks me up. Thanks, you guys. Thank you, Amy. You guys are way too sweet. Thank you, Joy. Okay. I am embarrassed. That's just. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting the ads, but. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, well, thank you. Yes, you were my first. Anyway, where were we? All right, we were talking about the mobile thing. All right, hey, thank you, TNS Dogs and Dragonflies Farm. That's a long title. I'm going to go check out your channel here. I got to write that down. So, TNS Dogs and Dragonflies Farm. So farming channels, all that stuff. Good stuff. Thank you for popping in. I really appreciate it. I'm just going to say TNS for short. Thank you for popping in and being a part of the community and getting to know people and stuff. And so that's a new channel, guys. If you don't have them already subscribed, go check them out and see what they're all about. Thank you, Joy. I appreciate it. You are way too sweet. So, well, gosh, guys. Gosh, we've got 15 people in here. I'm not gonna. I can't shut this down yet. I got too many things to talk about. So tell me, guys. Everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I know we did. You know what? I working 80 hours a week. I haven't had not time to do anything. So it was 4 days of honeydews. Well, my own. I make my own list. Livy doesn't have to give me a list because I've got so many things I want to do. But I did get the wood shop cleaned out and organized and remodeled for my lovely wife so she can do her crafts. She is doing all kinds of cool crafts. Dave, Imaginator Wood. Dave, I know you're tired. If you're just hanging out and you're relaxing, Dave, great. Appreciate you hanging out. But Dave has a couple of, his beautiful little ones have some custom homemade, handmade items from Olivia's Wood Shop. So that might be the new name we need to give to her Instagram channel or her Etsy channel is Olivia's Wood Shop. That would be really cool. Anyway, so the wood shop that I have cleaned out back there is where Olivia made all that stuff for you guys, Dave, plus her craft room. So that's what I was doing this weekend. Plus we had a stinking rat problem. We've had a couple rats in our ceiling that I can't seem to get rid of. I plugged up all the holes. We have brand new stucco everywhere, but I found a couple holes they chewed in the siding. And I mean, I'm putting up bait. I've been up there, filling holes, trying to trap them, and it's just been 4 days of just getting caught up on the urban homestead chores. So anyway, getting stuff cleaned up. We're also cleaning out stuff so that we can move. I'm hoping next year. I'm hoping by summertime, by late summer, early fall. I'm hoping. So Danae was home for the week for Thanksgiving. We loved having her. She goes back tomorrow morning for 10 days. She has 2 finals. And then she's back for a month. And then she's got 4 months. And she's done with nursing school. Yay! At some point, I'm going to learn how to use the OBS. And I'll clue the applause and the crowd going, ah! But yeah. Where'd she go? She's already gone. She took off. She's back in her room. Everybody leaves when I do my live stream. So that's what we were doing. We were enjoying our time, spent time with family. Both kids got sick a little bit. Tinker's wife, your son got engaged on Thanksgiving. That is fantastic. Kathy, did you say you're going? Okay. Thank you, Kathy. Have a good night. I got to make sure I stay caught up on all the I get to go on and rambling, and I forget to keep up on everybody's chatting. Yep, we just finished up some leftover turkey today. Her brother had everybody over, so we got some leftovers to take home. We finished those in one day. We won't be a week's worth of chicken pot pie. Yeah, that's right. You got some snow right up there on the backside of Big Bear there, California. That's fantastic. Thank you, Big Dreams, for popping in. Thank you, guys. That is so cool. Are you going to have to do a little video on that, Tinker's wife? That is precious moments right there. Your son got engaged. That's I'm looking forward to, but I'm not looking forward to my kids. My daughter's 21. She'll be 22 in a month. My son's 19, so he's got a little ways to go. So that's okay. We're hoping to get our home set up in Oregon set up and get the stream all cleared out so that when the grandkids arrive, they will come to Papa's house and learn how to fish. I'm teaching my grandkids how to fish. I'm going to teach them how to garden and do the orchard, pick cherries and apples. Oh yeah, it's on. I can't wait for grandkids. Spoil the crap out of them. Anyway, back to, okay, California. That's right. You have a pop-up camper. That's right. While you're working on your place right there. I got to catch up. I think you've got another, Comey rats. Kathy, you were going tonight. You're going night. It's late for you. Democrat rats. That's right. I love Gil. Gil and I are we are brothers. We are agree on everything. You know what, Tim? My wife can't stand cats. I'm not fond of them, but when we have our homestead, we will have a cat on the homestead because that's what they're for. So we will have a cat at some point. Anyway, let's see here. Hey, right on, California. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. Fantastic. He's got some good stuff, guys. He's got this crazy little abandoned house that he is restoring, and he's going to survive out there on the backside of Big Bear up in the desert. So that's going to be a fun channel to watch as he grows and as he gets better with his videos. So go check him out. So, oh, really, Amy? Oh, that is so cool. Man, Tinker's wife's son got engaged. You guys went deer hunting for the first time. This is great stuff. You have it on your phone. Oh, right. You got to ask permission to post it, right? I gotcha. That is really, really cool. Okay, so before we all go and turn in for the night, tell us all, Amy, what did you guys get? How big of a deer? How many? Did you guys already butcher it, and do you have a weight yet? Was it a fork? Was it a spike? A 3-4 point? That is super, super cool. I cannot wait to get my first deer. We actually have a lot of elk in Idaho, and elk tastes really, really close to beef. We had an elk tri-tip last summer. It was fabulous. It was so tender. It was delicious. I cannot wait to have elk. So, I don't know what the delay is. Anna, you are awesome. Thank you. And the mod queen is doing a wonderful job again. Oh, thank you, honey. My little wifey said that was the ad that played. It was American Cancer Society. I support them. She is in the house. She's participating. That's so cool. Hey, honey, Amy and Brett, they just went deer hunting for the first time. They went to South Arkansas and they went deer hunting for the first time. So I hope you guys did a video about it. At least, I mean, obviously not showing the carnage and stuff, but hey, a funny conversation about deer hunting. Good, simple living and homesteading. The Souses up there in Idaho, our other Idaho friends. I guess she did a video on it. I haven't watched it. Olivia knew about it. She watched it. They were going along the road up there, and somebody hit a deer with their car, and the highway patrol was right there with the car owner, and it just happened, and they pulled up behind him, and the deer was still twitching. You know, legs were still twitching, right? Fresh kill. And they asked the troopers, "Hey, so what are you guys going to do with that?" If anybody knows Good Simple Living and Homesteading, if you haven't watched their channels, they harvest meat rabbits as well as chickens. They do farming. They are a fantastic family. They were at our meetup. They were awesome, and their daughter is an awesome singer. You guys want to know how to process meat rabbits? She's had a lot of her videos demonetized or taken down by YouTube because it was showing the gore of the rabbit, right? So this video, they pull up behind the trooper and what are you going to do with that deer? And they're like, well, we were just talking about that. We're not sure what we're going to do with that yet. We're not sure. She says, well, can I have it? And they said, sure, have it. They loaded that sucker in the back of their truck, took it home, and butchered that bad boy up. They got themselves fresh venison, didn't have to go out hunting for it. It was right there. So, roadkill. Anybody got any good roadkill stories? This is going to be fun. So, oh, you guys didn't get one. All right. They gave you some deer meat. That's fantastic. Are you guys making steaks out of it? Are you guys going to grind it up for a hamburger? How are you guys going to eat your steak? Oh, you're going to can. Now I hear that canned venison is fantastic. That it works out really good because when it comes out, it's like super, super tender. So, and then it goes really good in stews and all kinds of stuff. That's one of the first things I'm going to do. I'm going to do hamburger, as well as. Thank you, Anna. Thank you for that. We're going to do hamburger as well as stew meat. And then there's a few spots where like the back straps are supposed to be really tender. I guess that's technically back straps or technically tri-tip, right? That's the tri-tip part of it. So anyway, man, look at you ladies. All you ladies out there back east, you guys are all up late. I know it's like 11:30 out there and you guys are up. Thank you so much. Fantastic. I just love this community. So Anna, I don't know if you guys were here last time, but I was talking about last time that Libby and I, we had celebrated our 26-year anniversary this last Wednesday. We were actually arguing with each other. We were mad at each other, but hey, it happens, right? You guys, all you old timers know. But we're all kissed and made up. It's good. We're good. I am blessed to have her. Next year is going to be a huge year of transition for us because Danae is going to graduate from nursing school, and then Nathan is looking at flight school to become a pilot, and we're going to be paid off in our debts and hopefully have a tractor and hopefully be moving to Idaho. So I'm hoping late summer, early fall. If it gets too far into winter time, we won't move in the winter in the snow. It just won't happen. So anyway, big things are coming up. All because of you guys too. We're going to document every last bit of this and show everybody what's going on. So thank you, everybody. You guys had deer stew. Oh my goodness. And how was it? You ate deer stew last night with fresh garden turnips. So, oh, okay, cool. I got to go back and watch that then. Thank you, Anna. Yeah, go ahead, Gil. You're a mod. Go for it, brother. Post a link. Hey, there's my sister, Christy Pine. Thanks for popping in. Hey, Christy, I got monetized. I got over 1,000 subscribers, so they went ahead and said, yeah, woohoo! So that was the only reason I came on tonight, was to try it out and see what happened. So Christy, did you have to watch an ad before you went on live? And what was the ad? Let's see. Yeah, go ahead and post it, Gil. Yeah, we'll see, Christy. He's looking into it right now as far as the piloting thing. So we'll see what happens here. Yeah, that would be so cool. My daughter would be nursing and making money and supporting herself. My son would be flying and supporting himself. And Olivia and I would be empty nesters and can fly the coop and get to Idaho. So, yeah. That's a funny story. Well, that happens a lot in Oregon, right? I mean, deer hunting was a big deal. I remember in high school in the 80s, I remember some of the kids with the gun racks in the back of the trucks. It was okay back then. Nobody cared. So, cool. Yeah, put it on there. Steve, what's happening, brother? Thank you, sir. Thank you. Really? No ad? That's interesting, Christy. Yeah, thanks, Steve. How to break down a deer ham into stew meat. Oh, yes. I'm going to check that out. That is really, really cool because I'm going to definitely be doing that. I'm going to, you know what? Anybody know, what do you typically get charged if you take a deer? You got to gut it out in the field. You got to gut it and bleed it out. And then you take that carcass to a butcher. What do they typically charge to butcher a deer? So I know a lot of you guys are going to do it yourself because I don't want to pay anybody. I want to do it myself. I want to skin it and do it myself. Then I'll take the hide to go get tanned somewhere, or maybe tan it myself. I know there's a million. I haven't even started watching those YouTube channels yet. So once I do, I know there's all kinds of stuff on how to tan your own hide. I have an elk hide that my grandfather gave me that has to be, it's got to be at least 40 years, maybe 50. I'm 51. He killed that elk when I was young. I don't remember, but that thing is still soft and supple, and I'm saving it to upholster something special. It's a whole elk hide, and I'm going to save that thing, no hair on it. So I'm going to save that to upholster because I do upholstery. So I do furniture and car stuff. So that's one thing I'm going to do. I'm going to get up in Idaho, hopefully. So anyway, I want to be able to do all that myself because I don't want to pay anybody. Because the whole point of doing this whole homesteading thing is to do it as cheaply and as debt-free as possible, right? So I want to learn how to do it myself so I don't have to pay anybody to do it. Anyway, so canning that meat would probably be the easiest way to make stew meat and the easiest way to eat it because we're going to be eating a lot of stew. So, let's see here. Oh, you know what? Okay, that's interesting, Tinker's wife. Okay, you guys do it yourself as well. It depends on the butcher, right? Good night, Amy. Thank you. I will see you guys this week in your live stream. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, I know, right? You gotta share some meat. Show me how to do it, and you get half, right? So good night, Amy. Thanks for popping in. I'm gonna give Brett a call this week and just chat and let you guys know everything that's kind of going on and stuff. So everything's good. So thanks for popping in. Tinker's wife. That's funny that you said that because we just had this conversation at dinner last night with our friends, and they were talking about, and we were telling them about that roadkill one with Melissa Souza, and somebody was talking about a law that they're trying to change in California. They're trying to change a law so that it's legal to harvest and eat roadkill. Apparently in California it's illegal. Now what you just said is it's been illegal in Oregon to do the same thing? Why? I don't get that. The comment last night was they thought maybe it was a way for the homeless people to have a source of food. I'm sorry, but I don't see the homeless population out there in the country roads looking for roadkill to eat. So whoever's trying to change that law, I think is, I don't know. The only people that are going to harvest it are the country folks that are out there on those roads all the time, and they're the ones that are out there hunting anyway. They're the only ones that are going to want to do it. So that's interesting. Okay, wow, I did not know that. That's fascinating. I don't understand why it would be. I don't understand why they would have ever made it illegal in the first place. I guess it was a community health issue or something. This doesn't make any sense. But I personally, like the Souzes just did, I think whatever got hit is going to have to still be twitching. If I hit it, you know what? I'll bet it has something to do with people that are go out and hit a deer and want to take it home after they hit it. I'll bet it has to do with that. I'm going to have to look into that. Dave Northwater, hey, thanks for popping in. You caught the upholstery comment. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know. Some of my upholstery work is worth a lot of money, so they better be butchering for a while for me there. I better have that all cubed up into stew meat and ground up in return for my upholstery, buddy. That's a good suggestion. A lot of people are bartering and exchanging like that. That's a good idea. disease issues. Huh, now they take it to give it to food banks. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. It might have been poached. That's interesting. Huh. Hey, what's going on, Tyler? What's happening, brother? Did you pop in here earlier? Did I see? Did you make a comment? I missed it. I apologize if you did. Good night, Christy. My sister's going to bed there. Interesting. Poaching by brush guard. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Because I'm thinking, you know what? I won't have to buy a gun or any bullets. I'll just drive around on the roads of Idaho at dusk and just get a great big old huge heavy duty brush guard on the front of my truck and just have at it. Hopefully it'll be a moose. Well, maybe not. A moose is going to weigh about 4 times what a deer is going to weigh, right? So that's funny. Oh, you guys crack me up. You've been lurking. You know what? I almost mentioned you earlier, too. I was going to say I haven't seen Tyler for a while. Oh, good grief. Thanks for popping in, brother. And there's Steve. Yep. Hey, Tyler, do you know Camp Patton Family Compound? Do you guys know each other? Yeah. Oh, okay. You guys know each other. All right. Oh, I cannot imagine Dave hitting a deer. I can't imagine hitting any large game animal like that on a freeway. When you're doing, 50 between 50 and 80. The only time we ever hit a deer when I was a kid, we were actually driving from Oregon to Missouri late on a summer night. We were in a motorhome, in a 24-foot motorhome, going downhill. All of us were sleeping. My dad was driving, hit that deer, and he locked up the back dualies on that sucker. Oh my gosh, it was insane. Smashed in the whole front of that thing, and I think he was doing 55, maybe 60 downhill. The damage that deer did was horrendous. I cannot imagine what a moose would do. So freeway's not cool. Tyler, I like that. Just put a couple of big spears out there. Just weld them out of heavy duty, and you'll just gore that thing, and you'll just take it right home, right? I don't know if the local troopers up there would appreciate that. All right, so you've met on live stream, so he's got some good stuff. Gil actually used to teach disaster preparedness, so that guy is a wealth of knowledge. He's a good dude to know, and he's trying to get me to buy a coyote. I said it right tonight, Gil. I said coyote. Anyway, well, guys, you guys have been fantastic. And again, and Tyler, you're another one I got to thank. I appreciate you popping in. Anna from Mimsy's Garden, her and her husband, her other half. Dave Northwater, you're in here all the time. I appreciate it, all of you guys. But Tyler, guys like you and this whole community, we had a guy in here called California Survival. He's a youngster starting out his YouTube channel. He's got a place out in the desert he's going to try and survive in. He's got a channel. He was asking the question of how to grow a channel and stuff. And I just said, you know what? It really is about community and the genuineness of community. And that's what's so unique about YouTube, especially the live, is that you see people do a video, but you know that that's just the video. And then behind the scenes, behind the camera, it could be a whole different world. Like we've all learned. That some of those channels out there, they act like homesteaders, but they're really living in their on-grid home across the street. That's what I hear, what I'm told. But in the live streams, you can really that's where you really get to meet people and have a conversation with people. So that's how this channel has grown. I have to thank guys like you, Tyler. I know I've got a bunch of subscribers from your friends, and I've tried to send people over to your channel as well. And so I have to thank you for that. Thank you for coming to our meetup up there in Idaho. That was fantastic. It's just getting better and better, man. I'm just tickled pink. So as you guys all know, I have plenty to talk about all the time, and I get excited and then forget what I was talking about. But yeah, you guys are fantastic. It's a great community, and guys like you are what make it a great community, Tyler. So thanks for popping in, dude. Steve Corsair, all you guys, Gil. Yeah, but Gil, the front bucket scoops those are typically the V plows, so it's gonna or if it's the angle, it's gonna kick it off to the side. You need to catch it. You need some sort of basket on front to catch it, scoop it up. Spear it and kill it, but scoop it up at the same time. That way you don't have to stop. So, thank you, Anna, for that. Yeah, thank you, Tinker's wife, for popping in. I'm glad you popped in too. I can't either, Tyler. Can't wait till I get up there. It's gonna be game on. This job I'm on, guys, is going to be wrapping up here in a couple more months, and hopefully the 80 hours a week will slow down, and I'll be going down to like 50, 60 hours on the new project. When that happens, it's game on, guys. It's game on. I am so far behind in content. I've been promising you guys all of the disaster preparedness stuff. Gil, I've got survival food. I've got water storage. I've got ham radios. Well, you guys already saw the generator. That was a quick spur of the moment video, but I've got so much stuff. Anyway, it's going to be game on. I can't wait. So it's the activity is going to skyrocket once this job is done and I have more time. So, and then plus with our move up there, I was spending the last 4 days. We were cleaning stuff out of the shed, throwing junk away that we've been saving. Our kids call us hoarders, but we're not. We're not true hoarders. I do save stuff that's good to save and reuse, but we had some old blinds from this place we were saving. Think we could use them later on. They're out at the trash right now. We're throwing junk like that away. We don't want to haul it up there to Idaho with us. So Gil, any of you guys that have ever had to move anywhere, you want to get rid of as much junk as you can that you're never going to use. Stuff that sat on the shelf that you haven't even touched for 10 years, it needs to go. No matter how much it's worth. Quick little example. I'm a model railroader. I love trains. Always have, always will. I have a whole set of N-scale trains that I've worked on twice in 30 years of being out on my own. And I worked on it twice and never really finished them. And as much as I love them, I just don't have time for model trains. As much as I love them. So I'm going to be selling my little set of N-scale, my N-scale train set. I got the molds for making fake rocks out of plaster. I've got, sheets of balsa wood, plastic styrene, all this stuff for making models and paints and all that stuff. I got to get rid of it. I just don't have time for it. And when I get to Idaho, I am not going to have time. But YouTube has really become my new hobby. So, okay, there's my name highlighted there. What did I do, Steve? I missed it. Oh, okay. Front loader bucket. Hey, we got Ron from Off Grid McGarvey Style. Hey, what's going on? No way. I am so humbled and blessed. Guys, we had a whole bunch more in here. We have 11 people. Even you guys don't know who Ron is from Living Off Grid McGarvey Style. That I have emailed him and he's responded. Great dude. He is off grid, living garden, chickens. If you guys don't, okay, I'm going to tell you guys, don't watch his videos hungry, because he shows all of his little his recipes with all of the fresh stuff he's got from his garden. Oh my gosh, I've said that a bunch of times, right, Ron? Guys, this is a great... Oh, Gil. Squirrel. Oh, my gosh. You have H-O and G? Oh, gosh. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to pause comments. McGarvey Style. Guys, go watch his channel. He has got the awesomest little cabin off-grid. And I love that when you did your video about being off grid and how the power was going to be turned off up there, because you're up there in Central Valley-ish up there. You're kind of northeast. Gil, he might be close to your old place, I think. You guys may or may not know where each other's at, but I know that Gil from Camp Patton Family Homestead, Ron, is up there near you somewhere, up there in the mid to northern part of California. Anyway, when all that stuff was going down with the big heavy winds and the power is going to get shut off by the power company up there, and Ron's like, I didn't even notice. What's up? And you know what's funny? I watched your video, Ron, and I came home and did my video on backup generators that night because of your video, really, because I saw what you were putting out there. So anyway, great channel, you guys. Go check out Ron at his channel, what he's doing. He's a great cook, and it's a love-hate thing for me because it seems like every time I watch one of his videos, it's because I get hungry watching his videos. So he does some fantastic stuff out there. He has got some really cool gardening techniques. He's got the raised beds with the cool what do you call those things? The cool huts. Keeps them warm. It's like little mini greenhouses over the top of each raised bed. So he grows stuff. He extends his growing season. He's up there in the snow. So anyway, no, I'm not too nice, Ron. You've got a great channel. You're a great dude. I'm not saying you have responded to me emails, and you've been very kind in the things you've said, and you've been very encouraging to me. And I actually look up to your channel because you've got some great camera angles, and you've got some. It looks good. You got some great music. I'm jealous of your music because you do your own. You make your own with your own guitar, right? So I actually have kind of thought about that idea because I wanted to. A good channel is Good Simple Living and Homesteading. Their daughter is a singer and she plays guitar. One of my other guys that was in here tonight, my friends from North Idaho, he actually hired her to do his intro. That's Imagine Acre Wood. His new intro, the music, is the daughter of Good Simple Living and Homesteading. That's the kind of community I'm talking about. So, Ron, thanks for popping in, dude. I am flattered that you've taken the time to do that. I know that you're always running around up there like a crazy man. So that is really cool. Let's see here. Oh, I want to make sure I do. I know you're Northern Californian, so I know Gil is up in that area too. So, oh, you know what, Tinker's wife? It's funny that you said that. Cold frame hoops, thank you. Yes, Ron has lots of cold frame hoops. So I am taking notes on all of that stuff on how to do those because when we go to Idaho, it's going to be a Wallopini and cold frame hoops and everything else. So anyway, yeah, the train stuff. That's funny. It's funny how many people love trains. So you're San Francisco Bay. I knew you were down closer to that. So you're a little more Central California, Gil. And then Ron's up there in Northern. So yeah, I know you're glad to be up there. I can see it, the happiness that's in your voice, and you're constantly, well, at least on the videos, you're constantly happy, and you're chuckling around at everything that's going on up there, and I just love it. I love your talks. I love how you do your little talk, and then you go out and show some of your action, and you come back, and so good stuff, man. Great stuff. Yes, Steve. Okay, you're going to try and change the subject again. Gosh dang you, Steve. Occupied territory. Yes, we are in occupied territory. Ron, so how do you feel about, let me just ask you this, Ron. How do you feel about being in California? Now, I don't know you well enough to make any real judgments or anything. I take you to be a little more on the conservative side. But so how do you feel about staying on your property in California? Now, I know you're in Northern California, and a lot of the areas in the suburb or the outlying farm areas, the non-city areas of California are very much red and conservative. With that being said, what do you think? How have you survived? Have you survived well in California off-grid on your property where you're at? Does it work up there? Where a lot of us are leaving. We're getting the heck out of occupied territory. I've got my place in Idaho that we're going to next year. We have an off-grid log home with a trout stream on it. So I don't know if you watched my trailer, Ron, or not, but that's where we're getting the heck out of here. And a lot more people are leaving than they're coming in. So I'm just curious how you. I guess I'd have to email you and just kind of pick your brain a little bit. How did you choose to stay in California and go off-grid in California? And was there ever any local authorities, code enforcement, anything like that you've come across requiring you to be on grid or questioning what you're doing? Have you had any issues with that? I haven't seen any of your videos. You've never really mentioned it that I can see, and I watch almost all of your videos. So some good questions for you, Ron. I'd love to hear some of that stuff from you to see what your perspective is on that stuff. Um, okay, Gil went back up this. Oh, yeah, Gil, you said you have HO and G scale. I, I I'm gonna get rid of the N scale trains. It's just too small. If I get trains again, it's gonna go it's gonna probably go HO to keep it inside. I'd love to have a G scale outside and do something out there in the forest. Some of those G scale guys, but man, we're talking bucks, man. Some of that, as you know, the good stuff is expensive. So anyway, you know what, Ron? We're hoping. I'm hoping my daughter's going to graduate from nursing school. My son hopefully will get through something, hopefully flight school or something here in the next year. I'm hoping by the end of next summer, early, late fall next year before the snow comes. We definitely are going to be ready by the end of next year, but we won't move in the wintertime. It'll just be too messy. So within, by the end of 2020, early 21, so within a year or so, we are going to be out of here. So stay tuned. Hey, Williamson Ridge, thanks for popping in. It is a lot of work. I totally hear you. I'm on an hour longer than I was going to be. I was just popping in because I just saw I got monetized like after 4 days. I couldn't believe it. I only applied on Thursday, and so I was just playing around and I went live just to see what it would do, and all you guys popped in here, so I had to talk about it. It's a lot of fun. Thanks for popping in, Williamson. Hope to see you again. It's okay, Steve. I'm totally messing with you. That's the running joke with me is, you know, somebody yells squirrel and I lose my train of thought and I want to talk about everything. Yeah, right. Sure you are, Gil. That's a lost cause. Okay, Ron. That is interesting. That is a fantastically interesting comment. So, I don't know how much of how much you're going to put that out there on in your videos. If you're going to talk about that or not. I think I remember you talking about crime something at some point, but you haven't really got into it. You've really focused on your cooking and gardening and your self-sufficiency stuff, and which is what I love. But very interesting. That's right, because I remember you were saying you were from Utah. So yes, I am a squirrel. I'm gonna have to email you, Ron. I'd love to pick your brain and just see what. So you plan on staying up there? Are you gonna keep your place? Are you gonna stick around? Are you gonna go somewhere else? Anyway, the county's open up there. Okay, very cool. Tyler, that's hilarious. An armored train car. That would be cool. Oh, your G skill goes around the Christmas tree. That's great. Hey, Ralph's Trekking pop in. Thanks for popping in, dude. Oh, good. You are very conservative. That's good to know. Thank you, Ralph. I appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun. Guys like you. I think I met you way back on J&J Hunting or J&J Outdoors or something is where I first met you. I mean, gosh, that was a year ago when I remember seeing you out there. So, anyway, 23KC. Hey, there's a newbie coming in the house. Thanks for popping in. So, just catching up with you, KC. I'm not sure if not just an armored train car, an armored train. Well, they do have those. They make them look like Amtrak, so right? So you're gonna stay, okay, Ron? Yeah, I'd love to hear some more of your backstory. Just curious. You know, everybody's always interested into, you know, what are you doing? What are you going? Why are you leaving California? I just did a video called "A Warning to Idahoans" up there, and I was poking fun at the people in Idaho that are crying about all the Californians leaving. But I did some research, and I was really pleasantly surprised. They said that in 2018, 80,000 people moved to Idaho. The biggest part of the 80,000 was California. It's 23,000 of them. So if you want us to go watch that video, you can go watch that video, and it's a quick video. I think like 7 or was it 12 minutes? Anyway, you go watch that video, and I've got some interesting statistics in there. A majority of the people moving to Idaho are conservative. So all these people in Idaho that are crying about the Californians coming in and ruining the state is actually, it's kind of misplaced, because most of the people moving in are actually conservatives. So they actually got 200,000 more registered Republican voters in 2018 over the Democrats of 20 some thousand or 30,000 new Democrats registered voters. So if anything, the states are getting more red, but they've had some problems with the cities. I don't know what it is about cities, but cities are like magnets for liberals. It's just it's a welfare area, I guess. But so interesting statistics. So I was poking some fun there at the people that were crying about California. So bear with my humor, my sarcastic humor. But so yeah, that's why we're moving up there, and we wanted to move to all. A lot of these people are up in Idaho. Gil and some other Tyler up there. So, Tyler, you're talking about a train set. You're not. Oh, that's super cool. No, but you said you want a life-sized. You want a life-size train. Yeah, you can buy train cars. You can get them, but good luck getting them on your place, unless you find a piece of property that's got the train cars on there, and you can just buy the property with them on there, and you don't have to move them. That's funny. Anyway, well, 23KC, I appreciate you coming in. I'm gonna have to check out your channel and see what you're all about. And you're new in here. This is oh, okay. So you've been part of the family for a while. Okay, that's good to know. Very cool. Well, very cool. I didn't know that you've been in here. That's nice to have you on board. So I guess if you've been into this group for a while, you know what we're all about and stuff. So I'm assuming you've got some things in common. So, yeah, right. You have to win the lottery to do that. So, yeah, trains. Because I'm a crane operator. My favorite train car of all time was the one that had the crane on it. That's my favorite of all time. So, yeah, most of us leaving are conservative, and it's actually kind of sad. I'm down here in Orange County, and Orange County was one of the few conservative holdout areas in at least Southern California. But they flipped last election. It flipped, and they lost our conservative majority down here. So it's just getting out of hand down here. And you know what, Ron? It's funny. The crime, when you talk about crime, you're in Northern California and you're having problems with crime up there. Down here, it is out of control. That Prop 47 that the voters, I know a lot of you guys have heard me talk about it before, Prop 47 that the voters passed, it blows my mind that people were that stupid about it, but they voted for 47. Makes all of your nonviolent felons, makes it misdemeanors. It's a revolving door now, so people are in and out of jail. You get arrested for petty theft or even grand theft, you're gonna go to jail. You're gonna get if you get caught, you get a citation. They kick you out. They're not gonna keep you in jail, and it's a way to relieve prison overcrowding and to drive costs down. The problem is these people know they're not gonna do any time for theft, and so theft is exploded. My son used to work at Albertsons, and he said people would walk in with big jackets, stuff them full of liquor and wine, and walk out, and they weren't allowed because the company policy was a hands-off, don't confront. People walking out the door with hundreds and hundreds of dollars, if not thousands of dollars worth of items, and people don't care. So, I mean, I could go on and on and on. But so, stuff's happening up in Utah too. There's a lot of drama going on up there, but it's mainly with some of the liberals that are coming in there, and they have some liberal ideology, trying to enact some regulations up there that people are not happy about. So I'm getting involved with that as well. I plan on running for hopefully city council of some sort. One of the other channels, Chad from North Country Off Grid, is going to be running for a county commissioner seat. He wants to make some changes up there because they were trying to get this, Ron. They were going to try and tell people that you had a bare piece of property, that you were not allowed to have your camper, RV, motorhome, whatever, on your property for more than 100. You could not live in it for more than 120 days for 4 months. How's that for ridiculous? Well, they did away with it. Then they were going to try and require people to have hookups, and then they did away with that. So they've gotten rid of that because as soon as people found out, there was a couple big YouTube channels. North Country Off Grid was one of them. and people have been talking about it, but nobody was doing anything about it. Nobody was really getting involved. And then the YouTube people got a hold of it, and Chad got a hold of it and put it out there, and it exploded. So if you go check out his channel, you can see what he got in the face of some of these county commissioners. Then they're like, they were backing off big time. And so at the last meeting, at the county commissioners meeting, it was at the public hearing portion of it for open to public comments. It was a packed room, and they live streamed it. And it was fantastic. And they totally backed down and took away the restrictions on RVs on private land. So that was a huge positive effect for YouTube channels and the influence and effect that social. This is considered social media, I guess, right? That's the kind of power that this has. That's the platform that we have as creators to be able to affect people out there. It was fantastic. Tyler, were you watching any of that? Steve, you're crazy. So Steve, Corsair Trainers, he's missing at least one nut up there in his head because he's staying. Why the heck would you stay if you could change? Well, maybe you have a nice place. You're up there in Thousand Oaks, so you just got to worry about the wildfires up there once in a while. It gets smoky up there. Otherwise, you're not down here in the mayhem in the city. So I'm just poking fun at you, Steve. It's cool. California. I mean, it is what it is. What really is killing me is the traffic. That's what really is killing me. That's really the bottom line, and then the cost of living down here. I want to be around less people. Not thousands all around at one time. A dozen or two. That's what Idaho's like. So, okay, you're an outdoor channel. Thank you. Thanks for popping in. Well, I'm gonna return the love and go check you out. So thank you, 23KC. Let's see. Yeah, Walmart, but that's a company-wide policy, Anna. That's a company-wide thing. A lot of the grocery stores are the same way. Yeah, Walmart's really taken a real big hands-off approach. That blows my mind. It's sad. Interesting. Well, isn't that the trial lawyers, Ron? Wasn't it the trial lawyers that started Prop 47? They're the ones that really were doing it, right? Anyway. Patrick Swayze. Let's see here. Okay, so you did, Tyler. That's cool. Okay. Yeah, you're right next door to him. Yeah, Anna, that was a crazy culmination of drama. Yeah, we do, Ron. We have to fight for it, and if we don't stand up, but it's fantastic what a major impact that we have as YouTube creators. I never expected. I never knew what YouTube was in the early years, and I'm still learning how much effect it has. So, you shared the stream, right on. Wait, you shared my stream, 23KC, or you shared Chad's live stream? Yeah, baby. Yeah, Gil. That's the way. I love that. That's right. You left the 90-minute California commute for the Idaho 3 cars behind a tractor. That's right. I could follow a tractor at 15 miles an hour for miles, and I would be just fine doing it. Just not too close so he didn't kick up rocks and put a chip in my windshield, right? That's cool. So, Anna, I'll give you a quick catch-up if you want. I'll give you a quick brief. It started way back with Chad because Chad and Shelby had done their little tiny house build, and they were featured on, I think it's HGTV's Living Tiny in a Big World or something. You can go on their channel and you can see where they're featured. You can actually watch it, but their channel kind of blew up about at that point. And from what I had understood, and this applies to me because I have a small cabin that I want to fix up and put on Airbnb. They did a tiny home, but they have 20 acres. Can't see in, can't see out. The only way you can see in is either by somebody taking a picture or his videos or a drone. Well, it's illegal to do people research over people's properties with a drone for the purposes of of assessing property or checking for code compliance. Well, apparently, one of these code officers watched the video and issued Chad a permit violation because he didn't have a permit for his home. Apparently, it was because of the setback wasn't far enough, supposedly. And it was reported that a neighbor reported him. Well, he got all fired up. He'd been going back and forth with it, and then started getting involved with this and discovered all these other regulations that these guys were doing. And somebody had posted a video of the county commissioners talking about the 120-day ordinance for RVs on private property. So Chad got fired up, and he's actually won. He actually put a bunch of those videos of these guys, of these county commissioners and these employees, county employees, and did a video of it. And one of them complained, and complained to YouTube and tried to get the video taken down. Well, YouTube found for Chad, for North Country Off Grid. And so Chad has won the battle every single time. And he is definitely, he's an imposing man. Let's say that he is, I think he's 6'7". He's a big dude. And he's got the big bushy beard. He's a big mountain man looking guy. And he's the nicest guy. But he's very imposing, so he can be very intimidating. So he's got these videos, and he's standing there talking to these guys. He's towering over him, and it can be intimidating. Well, he's fought this. That's basically what it is in a nutshell. Is it's property rights with people with liberal ideology, people coming in and trying to regulate and put in new codes and new laws to regulate property for whatever purposes, tax assessment, property valuations. And these are not in city limits. These are outside in the rural areas. And so people are getting fired up because that's what Idaho's always been about, is buy a piece of raw property, go live on it for however many years in your RV and build your house. So anyway, if you go back and check that out, and you can go back and see some of it, and he actually will describe it. I think there's a 4-part series that he's done on there, but he talks about it, and he kind of lays out. He got an actual letter from the county attorney general, district attorney for the county, saying, hey, you're in violation, blah, 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 blah. If you don't, you could be subject to fines and jail time, criminal. So it was getting pretty hot, and people were very upset about it. So that's the status right now, is Chad's won the battle. He's talking about running for county commissioner to have one of those seats to make sure that people's property rights are protected up there. And that's kind of what it is all that. So anyway, that's in a nutshell. You can go back and watch whatever you want on that. Thank you, 23KC. Thank you for sharing my stream, dude. I appreciate it. That's fantastic. Gosh. I had a guy in here earlier from California Survival. Excuse me. He was asking about how to grow a channel. I said, the best way to grow a channel is you get involved in live streams and you interact with the community and you get to know people and stuff. And so cool. Thank you for that. I am flattered. I'm honored. I would consider you a big dog, a bigger channel than me. I've got 1,010, I think. So anyway, let me double check on my. Yeah, he did have some troubles, but they're getting sorted out, and people are standing up and rallying around. So let's see here. Thank you, Ron, for popping in. You have a great night. That's a great channel to watch, you guys. Some great cooking videos and just some great off-grid self-sufficiency stuff. So you guys go watch Living Off-Grid McGarvey Style. He's a really neat guy. Let's see here. I know. I hear you, Anna. I hear you. It's hard to keep up with everybody, so I try really hard as well. Thankfully, I can listen to a lot of your guys' videos while I'm working. So I can't watch them, but I can listen. Now the videos with the tractors, like what Gil's doing and stuff, and some other people at Hamiltonville Farm, I was almost binge watching all of Hank's stuff, because he's got the different tractors he's reviewing and all that, and I'm just eating it up. And he's got a Coyote he reviewed as well, Gil. So those are the ones I have to watch. I can't really watch those I can't watch them while I'm working. I can listen to what they're saying if they're talking about and reviewing it, but I want to look so bad and I just can't. I have to pay attention to what I'm doing out there. So anyway, so guys, I thank you so much. I stayed on a whole lot. You guys popped in, and you guys are the ones that keep it going. I appreciate every one of you. Anna, thank you for all of what you do and just being such a fantastic moderator and just a conversation generator. And everybody back there, I just love the whole family community. I just, like I said, I was just getting on here tonight to just try out the whole, see what the monetization thing was all about and see what that looked like. It's got some different little tabs that popped up. I got the community tab is open now. That's pretty cool. So, Dave Northwater, thank you for popping in here. You're constantly in all these live streams and you're interacting. I love your comments. Yeah, Hank is a lot of fun. How about you? I love that guy. And I think he emailed me once too, and sent me a link to a couple of tractors and stuff because he was trying to answer some of my questions and stuff. So, guys, I'm looking forward to the rest of this year. I'm glad everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Fantastic. We had a great time. I didn't think anybody was going to even come on. I thought everybody would still be busy with family, but I guess we all have to go to work tomorrow, right? So I'm looking forward to this next year, guys. It's going to be fun sharing it with all of you. I can't wait to see all the stuff you guys are doing. Gil, hopefully you're moving up and getting your wife up to Idaho. 23KC, I'm going to go check out your channel and share the love and return the love to you. Great stuff, guys. I can't wait till this next year. It's going to be a fun year. It's going to be fantastic. So thank you, Anna. Thank you. And again, it's because of guys like you, people like you, and this community. I wouldn't be here without you guys at all. And I've heard people say that before, and I thought, man, if I ever get the chance to say that, I don't want it to sound cliche. It's not. That is so true. Is it because of you guys and this community? We're helping each other and pulling each other up, and it's a lot of fun. So, thank you guys very much for all that. I know it's late for you, guys back there. It's late for me. I gotta get up tomorrow and go back to work after 4 days of not working, and I've been sleeping in every day. It's been pretty nice. So. I'm going to call it a night, guys. Thank you very much again, and I will see you guys probably again next week. So thank you again, and have a good night, guys. Have a great week. Happy Monday. Thank you, Anna. I'm glad to be back too. I really enjoy these, so I appreciate it. Thanks, Steve. Have a good night, man.